sounding music.
It does sound like John Mayer, right?
Yeah.
It's my buddy I went to high school with.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is he a big John Mayer fan?
Yeah, and then
I could tell.
he moved to L.A., yeah. Well, he sent me a few...
a few little samplings.
A lot of them sounded like John Mayer, but then one of them kind of sounded like the intro to a Fox News show. I was like, maybe that one. No. I went to John Mayer.
Yeah. You should switch it up on people.
I should switch it up on people. The
Yeah.
vibe is a little different on that one. I need like Dan Bongino. Is that his name?
I don't know. Oh, I have no idea.
No.
That's like, but like, I don't know that the current music goes always the vibe.
No, yeah. So because my thought was it's like Monday
Well,
morning.
it's your vibe.
It's my vibe, but yeah, the guest I can't have that music. Then you come on and you're like, "Have you ever unpeeled a cucumber and put it up your urethra?" And I'm like, "Wait, what's going on?" You're like, "Let me show you a video of what's going on."
Let me show you.
It's called pickling.
Yeah.
You take a cucumber, you put it in your urethra. That's so
It's
stupid.
figging and it's fig. Listen, there's a lot of people in the comments going to be like, "What is he talking about?" It's figging.
I apologize to the figging community. A lot of people
Yeah.
picked up since that episode.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, since that episode. We've gotten a few bumps on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Fuck
know.
Yeah, let's give it up for the Apple Hour.
It's because you taught me how to zoom in on people on
with the clips?
Adobe Premiere.
The clips.
That's what I'm attributing it to. It's not skill.
The clips look great.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
you taught me how to do it.
Hey, my pleasure, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I wasn't gonna bring it up on the thing, but
Well, no, I'll give you
but now everyone knows. the
shouts.
Inside secrets.
I told Luciano you taught me because he was like, "Those are looking good." I'm like, "Yeah, well, it's all the calf, baby.
the calf.
It's all the calf." The calf. Okay, so we're here to chat. What flavor is this?
That's
severed lime.
Severed lime.
Cheers. Thank you.
This is plain.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Just
Again,
mouthwater.
Liquid Death. We are not sponsored. We're just fans of the product.
Yeah, they just have a hardcore image for water.
Well-
They're hardcore about water.
When Hardy brought it over, I was like, I think we're the only podcast to not be sponsored by Liquid Death, drinking Liquid Death. Everyone else is paid to drink it. We're like, no, we're just genuinely fans.
I don't know how much they're getting paid as much as they just maybe send some cases.
You know that they're getting paid?
I think it depends on the podcast.
It definitely depends on the podcast.
yeah. Yeah.
100% depends on the pod.
Yeah.
I'll tell you which one isn't getting paid. This one.
Most of them are not.
Most of them are not.
Most of them are not.
That's true.
There's so many that are just out in the wasteland of the RSS feeds, of limbo.
Yep.
That are just floating out there.
They're in the top 10% of podcasts according to Listen Notes.
Yeah.
Every podcast is in the top 10% according to Listen Notes.
Yeah. It's a wasteland, dude.
It makes no sense.
No, none.
Austin,
Yeah.
you just came back.
Great time.
Great time.
I was on like a mission with stand up there though.
You were there 10 days?
Like nine nights.
9 nights, 10 days.
Yeah.
I might be a little too loud. Okay, so first let's start off with, how did you fly there?
Made the huge mistake of taking Southwest.
You took Southwest.
Because they have no direct flights.
What?
They don't have direct flights from New York to Austin. So you have to stop over.
Wait, you're a fan of a layover?
I'm not a fan of a layover.
Right. Didn't you just say you did it because they don't have direct flights?
No, somebody got me somebody used their points and they were like, "Oh, I'll fucking."
Oh, okay.
So they helped me get the tickets, and they have Southwest points. So I was like, "Oh, I know." I complained. I go, "Yeah, thanks for the free tickets and the layover."
You fucking garbage bag. That's the most cheap move you could do. Is like, hey, you know what? I'll use my points on you.
Yeah, but
They're
you're gonna give
Southwest.
me right. I know. It's that airline is for fucking animals, bro. The way they seat you. Have you ever done it?
I've never done
It's
Southwest.
like cattle, bro.
I've done Spirit. Is it worse than Spirit?
No,
Spirit's the worst. Yeah, Spirit's the worst.
worst.
Southwest, there's no assigned seats, correct?
They do number. You're in like sections, and then it's like there's sections and then numbers. It's like A through D, and then like 1 through whatever. And
It's like the Roman Coliseum.
Bro, yeah, you're like gladiators lining up to go sit and fart in chairs for a few hours in the sky.
You don't get a TV, right?
No TV. Dude, it is a shit show.
That's
and then
miserable.
like they all have to be like all the announcers for Southwest, all like the people who work for Southwest are like, okay, everybody, like get up. Section D, 1 through 60 can get up now and get in the waiting area before we board you. Remember, be nice to people because they're going to be the people you have to sit next to for this flight. Be friends. Be nice. You know, ask what number each other. Like they're like basically telling you to like be calm. Because of their system, whatever this cockamamie system that they've come up with.
I don't like that.
I don't know how it makes the tickets cheaper or what the benefit of it is.
I don't understand the economy.
It doesn't make any sense to
Southwest.
me whatsoever. No, none.
It's not good when it's a lawless vehicle that floats in the sky.
Right.
Even buses have some sort of...
There's law and order.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like that I'm now going to defy gravity and have no laws.
Yeah, and the stewardesses, or whatever their proper term is, you fucking sky bitches.
Sky bitches.
I just got back from Texas. It's loose down there.
It is loose.
They laugh when you say libtard. Yeah. They don't get offended.
Even in Austin.
Yeah, even in Austin.
Yeah.
But I don't like when the stewardesses, they're like dressed down.
They're wearing sweats on Southwest?
Like not that far, but like you know how on the other ones like Delta and shit, they look like a little like they look like they're part of like an elite thing or something. These ones are just like it looks like they work at like a fucking Chili's or some shit. They just have like
not to disrespect Chili's. Classy
I'll disrespect
establishment.
Chili's.
Whoa. Out of all the fast casual places. That's
suck,
not fast
dude.
casual.
They all suck, dude.
Dude. Chili's? Chili's hits.
Wow. Oh man. You about trashed me on this episode.
Oh yeah. Dude, do not disrespect Chili's.
What's the last time you ate at a Chili's?
When was the last time I ate at Chili's? Probably like 2012, 2013.
You don't even know what you're talking about. The food quality there, I guarantee you, has gone down so much.
Well, I mean, in Biden's America, it all has.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
what I'm saying?
I know, dude.
Chili's 2024.
Yeah.
That's what I'm voting on.
We need a Republican back in office to get those mid-range restaurants back up to.
That's right. Make Chili's great
quality.
again.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So Southwest, but a free flight, not bad. Where was the layover?
On the way there was Nashville, and the way back was Houston. It was fine. It was quick. It really wasn't that bad.
Okay.
That was the least of the important part of the trip.
Okay.
The Southwest, the shit Southwest
flight.
The community of South. It's like you buy into the airlines. It's like they're like selling like a lifestyle. Like they all have their styles. You know what I mean? And then you get people who like subscribe to them, or someone who's like, I'm a loyal Southwest person, or like my other buddy I'm going on a trip with. He's like, he's like, I'm trying to get these flights, but I'm looking at American Airlines because I always fuck with American Airlines. Cause
He fucks with American Airlines?
Well, he's Australian. I think they do a thing with Virgin.
Oh, he just like... I thought he was like, he's Australian. He just likes the name.
Yeah.
He's just an overall fan of the brand.
Yeah, loves it. American, eh? Seppos.
Zippos?
That's what they call Americans. Seppos. It's short for Septic Tank Yank.
Oh, that's really long.
Yeah. Well, that's why we say Seppo, mate. Seppo.
You do a pretty good Australian.
I live there, so I had to make
You
fun
lived
of
in
them.
Australia?
I had to know my enemy. to destroy my enemies to become him, right? So I fucking talk like him, mate.
This is really... it's like scary how good it is. Wait, you lived in Australia?
For a year, long. Like I graduated college, and then I was like, I'm gonna go fuck off, and I just got a visa and went over there.
And you just went to Australia for a year. What did you do?
I worked in a restaurant. I was a window cleaner. I was a professional window cleaner for a while. I with these two Kiwi guys. Not scaffolding on like high rises, but like big, like large homes and like medium sized businesses. I would still get up high, but not on like a skyscraper.
You're not
on a
swinging around up there.
skyscraper. Well, yeah, but like I'd be like on roofs and like on ladders in like kind of we didn't have the proper gear.
We
didn't have the proper gear.
You did real immigrant work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the two guys I did the window cleaning with were two Kiwis, like two New Zealander guys. Yeah.
How do the Australians view the New Zealanders?
They're kind of somewhere between like Mexicans and Canadians.
Oh, that's fun.
It's like a blend of the two.
Okay.
Yeah, like some people are kind of like racist towards them, but then other people are like, they're fucking fun, mate.
How can you tell the difference?
Well, if you're like a native if you're like Maori, like native Kiwi, like they kind of look like Hawaiians, like ish, you know. But then there's also like if you're just like of some other descent, but like born and raised, it's the accent. The difference is that Australians like kind of don't like close their mouths. They're kind of just like, yeah, mate, yeah, fucking, always keep the mouth open, and then it's kind of. But then like Kiwis talk from like their throat. They'll be like, oi, cross, oi, cross. Whereas Aussie hits the high note. It's like the back of the throat. It's like, Chris, come have a look at the game with us, mate. Whereas like a Kiwi would be like, oi, Chris, get amongst the games, eh? Come watch the match with us, eh? It's like out of the throat.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like the main difference, kind of.
You learned so much washing windows.
Yeah. Oh well, hanging out with Kiwis.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And Kiwis always say us. They're always like, "Oh, Chris, chuck us this," even though it's just like a singular thing.
Oh,
it's like kind of funny. Like I remember my buddy Tom, who I'm still friends with. He fucking was like on the top of the ladder. On the top of the ladder, I had to like, when you like put a foot on the bottom of the ladder, like to like stabilize it when it's like up really high. Plus, we had like these fucking squeegee things, so he'd like throw down wet rags, and I would be like flinging a fucking squeegee like up there, and he's like no gear holding him up, and he's just like catching it, cleaning a window. But he'd be like, "Oi, Chris, chuck us a new squeegee, mate. Chuck us a squeegee," and he would say, "Chuck us all the fucking time."
Him.
Yeah, and I was like, "Why do you say that?"
That's why they look down on you. It's because you talk dumb.
Right.
You talk dumber than the people that talk dumb. How did you do that? What happens if like a South African comes in and they're like, "Oh wow, we all sound stupid."
South African. That's the only thing I can say in South African.
They speak Afrikaan.
Afrikaans.
That's stupid.
Yeah, they're the worst.
What a stupid
dude.
country.
They're the worst, bro.
Make up a name. What are we? South Africa. Come up with something fucking better than that. You bunch of dicks.
Unoriginal. But don't they claim that they're like the OGs? I think there's like a lot of political strife there over that very issue.
I think there's a whole lot going on.
I think
over
it's
there.
like I think at one point it was kind of like an Northern Ireland, a republic kind of deal ish at times.
Well, the not segregation was it?
It's over the borders.
What was it? Trevor Noah? What's it
Oh,
called?
Yeah, he's hilarious.
He's so funny. That's why he gets paid a
He's
lot
the
for people
best.
not to watch him.
He's the best.
So you went to Austin.
Yeah.
So you land. What kind of place are we staying at?
I stayed with some friends who had their shit together. So it was like a nice place.
What part of Austin?
This place, it's kind of like near like East Chavez, like Rosewood, kind of like over there. So like a popular place to live, close, like within a mile of the city.
Okay.
Like, I mean, dude, the city. So you've been there, right?
I was just there. I went right before you.
Right. Oh yeah. You said that. So I mean, yeah, it's not a big city. Everything's within 15 minutes of each other, unless you're like
smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Yes. But it's built up a lot. Like I went there last year, and between then and now, I'm like there's
really?
fucking fuck yeah, dude.
Okay. My coworker said he went there 6 years ago. He's like, it's.
I could only imagine what it was like 6 years ago.
And I'll be honest, it wasn't as built up as I thought. There's certain areas that are.
Well, right. It's kind of like a weird spread, right? Because so many people, it's this like city that's not built for like over 1 million people, and then like over 1 million people have moved there. So I think it's gonna like spread. I think it's gonna be like more. I think as it grows, it's gonna be more like an LA.
I could see that.
You know what I'm saying? Where there's like neighborhoods where it's like spread out, rather than like a New York where it's all like boom.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah,
it was okay.
It's fine. It was so fucking hot there.
105 every day.
Last year I went in March. It was beautiful. It was hot, but it was nice. This was fucking nuts. Here's what I said to everybody, not to people in Texas, but to when I was talking to my friends back here while I was over there. I was like, they were like, "How's the trip?" And I was like, "Stand-up scene, fucking amazing.
Oh,
the city, meh." like literally. Oh, you got yourself there.
I got myself in the glasses. I didn't know I did that. The city is like very. This is what I don't understand the economy of Austin. One thing I noticed, because my buddy was there, he was taking me all over the place. Every building is a bar. And they either have tacos or barbecue. There's no, like, infrastructure. There's no, like, regular retail. Everything's a bar.
Well, I mean, there's there's a lot of used car places. There's a lot of Texas kind of things there.
I'm talking downtown Austin.
But what do you mean infrastructure? Like they're all paying they're all paying like a monthly due to like a mob boss?
No, talking definitely not. I'm like, where are just like regular stores?
You have to go.
Like, where's the supermarket? I didn't see a supermarket there.
You're not there. Well, if you're only talking about downtown Austin, that's like being in like financial district or something like that. Even though there's like bars and shit, there's like businesses there, but then there's also like the bars in the surrounding areas.
Okay.
I mean, I saw a PF Chang's there. I don't know, in downtown Austin.
Not quite the infrastructure I was talking about.
Downtown Austin fucking sucks though. Like it's not like really like it's like the tourist trap of like there in 6th Ave or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh my god, that place is abysmal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know how much of it I could talk about, but like Austin's cool like the same way that like Brooklyn's cool in that like if you know, the more you know about it, there's like cooler things to do, right? And the reason I said I don't know how much I could talk about it is because like all I'll say is I got invited to this like comedy only bar, but it was like more than just a bar. It was like a
Was there
illegal,
live music?
No, it was an illegal. It's a secret bar. Only comedians can go to. I'm not gonna say the name of it because I don't want to like out it. They probably don't even want me saying this. But when I tell you, bro, it wasn't just like some dude's apartment with like a bar. This would be like a Manhattan's like speakeasy wet dream. Like,
well, why is it illegal? Everything, like I said, everything there is a bar.
It's not on the books. It's not a registered.
I don't think anything there is on the books. Very few things.
Well, but okay, so I think there's a lot of like there's one of the comedy clubs there I went to, and it's like an art. It was kind of like it, not in the sense of what it looked like, but in the establishment, it was like what do you call it? The Tiny Cupboard. It's like an art venue that they basically is a comedy club on the weekends. And no offense, Tiny Cupboard, but it's a lot better than Tiny Cupboard.
Well, Tiny Cupboard, I mean, we talk about it all the time on this show. It's literally falling apart.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Like, the owners are super nice, and, like, the shows are fun, but it's like, yeah, as like a...
there's rats in the walls.
Yeah,
I hear rats in the walls when I'm there.
Yeah.
And it's not close. It couldn't be further away. Okay, enough about Tiny Cupboard. Austin. It's really throwing me off how this place is illegal. Just because it like doesn't have a liquor license?
Yeah, imagine owning, or imagine like renting or buying like a small like 2-floor apartment building and then converting it into an establishment.
That just seems like every place in Austin. That seems like Rainey Street.
Yeah, but imagine a place that's like, you know what it was like walking into? It was like walking into like a comedian's version of like a John Wick thing. There's literally a camera, and you walk. There's no sign. You don't even know it's there. You wouldn't even, if I dropped you within a square mile of where it was, you would never find it.
Really?
Yeah, because there's no sign. There's no like, come on in. The only reason I knew about it is I got invited there, and the only reason anybody can go, it's built by these comics. Apparently, somebody did a piece on it. Like, is it
Vice, Joe Rogan who built it?
No.
Oh.
No. It's like local shit.
Okay.
But it's fucking sick, dude. They had like a deer hunter room. They had a room that was like all plants. They had like a secret room with a casino. Hunter? They had a small casino in there. Yes.
Now I'm starting to understand why this place is illegal.
Yeah, this place was fucking sick.
Yeah, there's just dead things hanging up and illegal gambling. Yeah, now it's starting to make sense why this place is
But it
illegal.
was like, but also like I said, it's like a John Wick for comedians. There's like anything you need as a comic, any connection you would need,
It's in there.
Yeah. It was a fucking trip, dude. Like, it was crazy.
When I went to Terry Black's, when I was there, Terry Black's Barbecue. Oh, hat's usually up there. The guy who cut my meat, comic. I was like, fuck. Now I got to talk to you about this. He's like, are you a comic? Okay, you know. And he said like 3 names. I was like, I don't know who they are. He's like, oh, you're a comic. You don't. They're the 3 biggest names in Austin. I was like, oh, no, I'm from New York, where real comedy happens. Not this bullshit Tony Hinchcliffe. The guy said he did, what's Tony Hinchcliffe's show?
Kill Tony.
Kill Tony. The guy said he did Kill Tony 6 times. Now, if you don't know Kill Tony, it's essentially an open mic where you get to do a minute and then the host and a guest makes fun of you after the minute. If you do it 6 times, that either means you're amazing or you're fucking terrible.
Yeah, but you gotta. Everybody signs up for it.
But who goes up 6 times?
Bro, so many people throw their name in the fucking bucket. The odds of getting picked are so small, so he just must have gotten lucky a lot. That, or sometimes they invite him back. I don't know if he told you what was what.
I feel like he would have said he got invited back.
Yeah, they'll do that.
I would assume.
Yeah. But like there have been people that have I used to listen to the show more often when they used to be in LA, and they would sometimes be people that would get called up like 3 weeks in a row, and they wouldn't ask him back. It was just luck of the draw.
Huh.
Yeah. Because it's all just names out of a hat.
I don't know. The guy was from Philly. I was like, oh, you know Shane Gillis? He's like, I don't know who that is. I was like, okay, so you're not like,
dude, you know,
what are we doing here?
Somebody asked me if I knew Shane Gillis when I was there. I was at the New Creek in the Cave. Did you go to the New Creek?
No.
Tell you something right now. Was never a fan of the Creek here. The Creek there, fucking amazing.
Well, they got land and she has money now. It's a whole nice
But it's
thing.
like a club now. It's like a good room. It's a great fucking room.
They still doing
The green room's
Mexican?
Cool. What do you mean?
They did Mexican food when they were.
Oh
here.
yeah, they got like the little food truck in the back there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Nice.
Yeah, the New Creek is sick. Like, dude, I honestly have nothing bad to say about the comedy scene there.
Okay, comedy scene.
I'm not, but like the city is like, ugh. Here, let me tell you something. I was writing shit down before I got here to remember to tell you. I think you'll appreciate this
Throw it
story.
at me.
So I made like, I was there for like 9 days, and I was like, one of my things was like, I don't care how fucking hot it is, I'm gonna run. Or I stayed in an Airbnb for a while when I had a gym. I was like, I'm gonna work out every day I'm there.
Okay.
So I was going on runs, and I run normally, but it was
Not
so
to brag.
It was so fucking hot though. Like I would normally go on like a 5 to 7 mile run right here in New York.
Right.
There, dude, I did this run. I came back because I'm not like looking at it. I have this thing that tracks
You have the app.
my run, but like I'm not like pulling it out. I'm just like, oh, we'll go get lost and kind of do like a long loop and come back. And
Do
I
you
have, like,
post it after you finish running?
I have on like dope ones because like I ran around Central Park at like a killer fucking time.
Okay.
And then the other day I did like last week I did like 5 miles at like a 7-minute, 35-minute mile clip.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, I'm
post this.
posting that shit.
Okay.
Fuck you, not you, just the public.
I hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah. It'd be weird if you posted and said, fuck you, Apple.
Yeah. You're gonna see, Apple.
Yeah, I'm just sitting in my apartment like, oh, that's a pretty good time.
Yeah.
He hasn't posting this despite me indirectly.
Yeah. So I go on this run and I come back. I was like, man, because it was so hot. I was like, dude, I must have done like fucking 5-6 miles. Dude, I did like 2.91 miles. I was like, I didn't even break 3.
But those are
I was
Texas
fucking
miles.
yeah, dude. I was dying, dude. So like over the course of time when I was there, I was like, okay, I'm gonna recalibrate my fucking brain. I'm gonna start slow. I'm gonna try to go longer. I went earlier in the day, cooler,
Yep.
all this shit. So I mapped this run out because on the first one I got lost. So I mapped this fucking run out, and I see this park that's like down this long strip, and I see in the park there's like this loop. There's like trees and shit, like a forest with trails and shit. So I'm like, oh, I'll run down this thing and I'll do this loop through this forest thing and go back. I'll even tell you the name of the park in case you got any Austin fans listening. It's called the Roy G. Guerrera Disc Golf Course Trails.
Disc golf course
Well,
trails?
I didn't know they were disc golf. I only found that out when I just looked it up.
When I got
for
hit in the
sake
head
of-
with a Frisbee?
Well, no. Well, I'll do you one better. So I go down this fucking run, and as I get towards the entrance of, like, the trails, there's, like, this sign, like a temporary sign that the city put up that says, like, trails temporarily closed, right? Now, last time I was in Austin, there were homeless people all over the fucking streets
Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
because they started a new law that you can't set your tents up in certain areas of the city.
There you go.
So you can't. So now all that bridge shit with them under the bridges and all that shit, you're out of here.
there.
I found them. They're all in this fucking
They're
in
all
the
playing
woods.
disc golf.
No, dude. They have. It looked like a post-apocalyptic future in there, dude. It was the most scared I ever was on a run, and
Thank
I've run
you,
through the
Eric Adams.
Bronx before. Like,
You ran through the Bronx?
yeah, I was just like, I was going on a weird running phase. I was running a lot.
Yeah,
I was
right.
like, I'm going on new loops and shit. But whatever, like, I ran through this, dude. Bro, I'm telling you, they would have like tarp walls that was like wider than your apartment, than this room, but like in like a circle.
Okay.
And then inside would be like tents and their little like their little community inside of that. There's fucking trash everywhere, all over like the trails of the woods. There's like a woman. Everyone looks like they're on fucking drugs. And then there's like a woman with like because some of them have like phones and like shitty laptops. So she's like trying to use like her fucking.
Trying to find the Wi-Fi signal.
She's like using her phone to get a signal on here to probably like log on to like her Facebook or some like whatever the fuck they're doing. And dude, there was like at one point there was like and then there was dudes like walking around who were more put together than the other ones and had backpacks, and I knew they were just walking around selling drugs. That's what they were doing.
Well, yeah, that's how they're the king of the homeless.
The king of but when I tell you it didn't end, it wasn't just like one of these encampments. As far as you can fucking imagine,
It's a city.
I
It's
probably
a homeless city.
because there would be like one here, and you'd look, and there'd be like another one there, and I'm running, and I'd be like, turn the corner, and there's another one there, and another one there, and another one there. There'd be like abandoned ones. Like I don't know if they like
Abandoned homeless cities?
yeah, like little ones that were like
They ran out of resources
I
there.
guess,
They had
and
to
they
move a
joined
foot.
up with other ones. I don't fucking know, dude. It smelled, dude. I started running faster and faster, and the more I ran, it just kept going. Like it didn't stop. At one point, dude, there was a guy. Because I'm running by all these characters. I run by this one guy. He's just like a white dude. He's all tatted up. He's got like a backwards hat. And he's on like a 10 speed. And he's kind of like, he's just like cruising like kind of slow.
Yeah,
And
heroined
he's got
out.
one of those scooters that everyone has.
Yes,
But it
the
looks like
Lime
he
scooters.
stole it. Like it's like on his shoulder.
Well.
And he's got like a metal baseball bat in the other hand. And he's just like
He's riding a bike
through the woods.
through the woods with a Lime scooter on one shoulder and a baseball bat on the other.
No shirt, shorts. Yeah. He's probably, I'm assuming he was like taking the scooter to barter it for something or
Yeah, I would imagine so.
scrap it for parts.
I don't think he's like, oh, you know what? I found this in here, guys. Let me help you out.
Who left this scooter here?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking creepy, man.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was like, oh, so the trails aren't like closed. They're just
Occupied.
occupied
Yeah.
by the uncouth.
By the bridge people.
Dude, I would imagine like these. At first, I was like kind of impressed by like
The infrastructure that they
kind of
established.
yeah. I was like, this is this is something's going. You know, maybe they're having town hall meetings, dude.
Right.
There was a lot of them, dude. I would venture to guess each encampment, if we're going by one person per tent in those encampments, there's probably at least 3 to 4 tents inside each one of those encampments, which means, and I probably saw, I don't know, man, 20.
You know what's crazy? They're all comedians. That was the craziest part. You kept running. You ran by an open mic and...
Bro. I'm going to start... I was thinking about just getting a turnstile and starting a business and doing tours.
Yo.
Showing the homeless.
No.
Get like one of those safari trucks with the open top with the cages.
You should just
Get
to
some mace. Like
Yeah.
the bear mace, like the dog the bounty hunter, just to back them off me in case they get too close to the truck.
Yeah, it's like Animal Kingdom. Homeless Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, dude.
It's might be a bit wilder than Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they're all jacked up on whatever they got. Though it's so hot, I don't even know how they got energy to do anything. If they don't have if they're not at their jobs.
Drugs.
Right, well, they're probably just like laying around in their hot tarps, you know?
Yeah.
It's all just conserving energy for the nighttime.
Hot Tarp sounds like a bar show in Austin. We had two very different experiences.
Well, you weren't there doing stand-up. You were there doing, it sounds like you were just doing like, hey, I'm visiting Austin. Let's float down the river, eat barbecue, and like hang out in the city and go drink.
Listen, even if I was there for stand-up, I wouldn't be running through homeless encampments.
Yeah, but that's just my own personal.
That's just a you thing.
Those are my own flavors. Yeah.
Did you go?
I like to run in new cities. Like I do that in every city. Like I don't try seeking out the homeless, but I'm like new city. It's like a new video game level to me. I'm like new level.
A new map to explore.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I hear you. Did you go into the river?
Fuck no. I don't fuck with rivers, dude.
Yeah, you don't
I grew
fuck
up
with
by the
rivers,
ocean.
just homeless encampments. What, are you out of your mind? I don't go into the river. I go into the woods no one explores. That's what I do. Like a normal person.
I thought I was being wholesome. I was like, look at me. I'm going to go run through the woods.
No, dude.
Nope.
No. Well, did you know the river that goes through there is the Colorado River?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I just saw it on a map once. I was like, hey, I didn't know it either until I saw the
cool.
map.
Look,
the city sucks.
that's actually the coolest part of the city is the river. Like, what? That's a fucking Colorado? You're like, it comes down from there? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, fuck. I go in. Here's the thing they don't tell you about the Colorado River. It's fucking freezing.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
105 degrees. The water is a freezing
Well,
cold.
it's coming off them Rockies, dude.
Here's the thing. It's coming off the Rockies. So I wasn't, like, surprised. But I jump in. I go, oh, my God, it's so cold. And my buddy goes, oh, yeah. It's cold because the river's moving. So the water can't pick up the heat.
Right.
Because it's constantly moving. And I was like, I don't think that's how water works. Because then the ocean would be always cold. You would go to Miami, the waves are constantly crashing, the water would be freezing.
Right.
So the water coming from the Rockies, yes, that makes sense. For you to be like, no, you idiot, obviously the water's cold because it moves.
His answer is like partially right. You know, like if you took a cup of the Rocky River water and put it on the side and let it sit in the sun, it would get hot. It's like a partially correct answer. I feel like it's not a fully correct answer.
It's definitely
Your
not
friend's an
fully
idiot.
correct. Yeah,
I'm not-
yeah. He listens to this. Matt, you're a fucking idiot.
Way
There's no way.
Way to go, Matt. It's from the snowy caps of the Rockies.
Of the Rockies. From glaciers, I guess. Glaciers aren't in mountains.
I think they are. They are.
Whatever, sure.
Ask Matt. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know shit. Also, his last name's Steinberg. I was a little nervous when he would put his card down, and they were like, what's the tab in? And he was like, Steinberg. And I was like,
hey, you know what else doesn't move? Snow, and that's pretty fucking cold. And that's staying still.
how about that?
It's frozen water that stays still, Matt.
Snow never moves, and it's fucking freezing. Riddle me that one. What a stupid fucking explanation on water. That's so dumb. And then I was going around telling people, like, oh, no, you don't understand. The reason why it's cold is because the water
Because the water's moving, so it doesn't have time to warm up.
Then one of my coworkers was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, oh, wait, you're right. That doesn't make any sense. I'm an asshole.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, that was good. It was
Thanks,
fun.
Matt.
Also, I did tubing down the San Marcos River, different river. And I didn't know that there were snakes in the water.
Hell yeah.
I didn't find out till afterwards, and I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, again, that's why I don't fuck with rivers, dude. Rivers and ponds and lakes and shit.
Yeah. A lot of turtles.
Yeah, dude, there's mud and muck.
Yeah.
I don't need any of that shit.
No.
I'll go in the pool in the Airbnb, thank you very much.
I'll go to the pool in the Airbnb. I'll go through a run, see a couple homeless people, a guy on a bike with a scooter. By the way, those scooters are not small. They are heavy.
Oh, yeah. I know. I was shocked when he had it over his shoulder. I
God,
was like,
that
damn,
heroin
dude.
strength is real.
Yeah.
That's not something you just like throw over. It's not a gym bag.
No.
It's got to be 40, 50 pounds.
I wonder if he like took the like GPS chip out of it or something. He seemed like he carried that kind of knowledge. Despite being, well, you know, he knows how to like hotwire a car. He has that kind of a knowledge. Yeah, I know where the chip is.
Listen,
Pop it out. It's back behind the
The
left.
guy's got a
bottom
10-speed
wheel.
mountain bike. You think he has knowledge on how to hotwire a car?
Well, how you think I sell it for parts and ain't get caught for it yet?
I don't think they're running that sophisticated of a business, the Lime scooter people.
I think you are overestimating how sophisticated these scooters are.
These scootins
These scootins are.
What else was I going to say? I went past... Oh, go.
I was going to say, also, no one from Austin. Most of the people that live in Austin are not from Austin.
That's also true.
That's part of the reason the crowds were so interesting, I thought, too. Like, the crowds were fucking sick because from the last time I was there, so I learned this thing about the stand-up scene. There's called the Old Guard comics.
I don't like this already.
It's basically the insulated scene that was in Austin before the wave of COVID comedians all showed up. And I assumed that style of comedian would be like a Boston scene, you know, Blue. No, they're like a bunch of like
Brooklyn hipster
UCB,
dicks.
yeah, kind of like alt comedy, yeah. And so they all like are like all isolated. The way it's been told to me, they're all like isolated in their little like this like one or two places that they always do stand up, and then the rest of the scene is just like Joe Rogan style ish, and to some varying degree of like comedian ballpark.
A stand-up.
As a yeah. And when I say Joe Rogan, I don't mean like they're doing stand up like Joe Rogan, like those types of people. Like everybody listens
But they moved
to
there
Joe
to
Rogan.
get on to Rogan.
Or just like they do stand up and they're like, Rogan said this is where everyone's going. We're going. We're all going. Everyone's going. Everybody there.
That's the exact
most
vibe
of the
I would
stand ups that are from there like got there within the last like 3 years.
Right.
But just like New York, there's a lot of bullshit you could wade through, and then the few that are actually know what the fuck they're doing and doing it right. Like some of my friend Dan Piatetsky and his roommate Lucas, they're fucking crushing it. Like those pictures of that show I did, the hit list show that they do.
Vulcan.
If you guys ever go to fucking Austin and you're in town for that is a hot fucking show, dude.
Yeah.
Sold out theater, like over 300 fucking people, band, wild, bro.
Okay.
Fucking wild, dude. Like, and he moved down there. He lived up. I don't know. Did you meet Dan when he was up here?
I saw it from your pictures, then I saw him, so I clicked on his profile. I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
He was here, and then COVID hit. He's from Chicago, and he's like, well, I'm not gonna fucking stick around New York. He's got a fully remote job,
Okay.
and he doesn't drink, so he's smart. You know, he's not like a fucking drunk comic like the rest of them.
Now, imagine if he drank and was Polish.
Right. Right. So he fucking went down there. They started the show, and dude, it's like
Good for him.
But there's like other comedians who did the same. They moved there and they're doing it right, and then there's a lot that are not.
Right.
You know, but that's like anywhere though. I feel like that's like New York too. It's just been happening longer.
Right. Yeah, that's...
You know what I mean?
They've been doing it here for 100 years
Right.
almost.
Right. That's why it was funny when everybody was like, because some people would like complain about the scene there, and I was like, you guys have it good. You guys don't even know how fucking good you got it here.
You don't have to pay $10 to do an open mic in front of the same 3 people you always do the open mic in front of.
There was like a revolt, apparently. Some club started trying to do paid open mic, and all the comics were like, are you out of your fucking mind? No one pays for shit down
We
there.
live in the woods.
Bro, I got paid.
You know how many Lime scooters that's going to cost me?
dude. And everybody's like super, and most of the shows paid, even if it was a little bit. I got paid more like per show this week than I did any week in New York, and they get longer stage time. The crowds are fucking wild, dude. The crowds, bro. I came in here saying libtard. It was like fishing with grenades.
Right. Well, it's a red state.
But it's weird though because they're
Austin educated.
But most of the people there aren't from Austin. They're all from like everywhere else and moved there. They're from LA, they're from Philly, they're from New York, they're from parts of Florida, they're from Chicago, they're from everywhere but Austin.
I know, but you don't move to Austin because the place you were at, you were like, you know what? The problem with this city? Too conservative.
Right. There is like a conservativeness to them, but they're also like kind of woke in this weird way. It's like they don't give a shit. Cause like I've been to Dallas and Fort Worth, and like that's a different vibe. Those people are from Texas.
The Texans I was talking to told me like in Austin they wear cowboy hats ironically.
Yes.
And everywhere else it's like, no, that's just what we wear.
Let me give you a good parable. I think this would be a good way to describe the two different cities, right? I shot guns in Texas last time I was there, and I wanted to do it again this time. Last time I was in Dallas and Austin, back and forth, doing shows.
That's not close.
It's like a 3-hour drive, and I had a car, so I was like, hey, it was just like a weird kind of a trip that I put together, but whatever. So and it was all based on whatever shows I booked. So when I was in Dallas, I'm like, okay, I'm going to shoot guns. Looked online, a lot of places are like, you got to book it ahead of time or whatever, and like they had all these things, and I was like, this is
all these gay rules.
Well, because there's like people, it's like a swimming pool, right? There's like certain hours or like ice time where there's like, well, the team's coming in, so you can't use it.
They would have a gun team.
You know what I mean? Or like there's like the gun club members, like it's their time.
There's gun clubs?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh.
Dude, it's a whole thing down there. So in Dallas, I was like, I called up one of the places and I said to the guy, I was like, look, dude, I didn't know I had to book this shit early in advance. I'm from New York. I just wanted to come down and shoot some fucking guns. I'm not trying to do anything wild. You want to give? I would like a little fucking safety course or whatever. Like run me through the basics of the gun and like let me go shoot the gun. And the dude was like, come down here 9:00 on Thursday. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And the dude hooked me the fuck up. Showed me how to use all the guns. Dude, I shot all these fucking guns. I shot an automatic shotgun, a regular shotgun, all these different Berettas, all these fucking guns, dude. I shot a fucking, like, insane, like, M9 rifle, dude. It was nuts, right?
A bazooka?
Yeah, might as well have been. And so now I'm in Austin, and I'm like, I forgot that you had to book ahead of time. So now I'm trying to book something, and I can't.
Okay.
But in Austin, they're like, if you don't have your shooter's whatever permit, you have to, like, you can't just shoot at our range, but you could take our 4-hour gun course that comes with some free range time afterwards. And it's like, bro, I don't want to spend a whole fucking day here.
Right.
Like, I'm not.
This isn't skydiving.
I'm here to shoot at this target for like a little bit. Like,
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
Yeah, exactly. Well, but this is Austin though, so it's like, and then I tried doing the thing where I was like, I know, I'll call. And every single place I called, they were like, sorry, man, we can't do that. No Texas accents. They were like, sorry, dude, we can't do that.
Just sounded like baristas.
Yeah. Yeah,
sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude. It's against our policy here in the city. Yeah. And it's like, okay, dude, you're fucking pussies.
Yeah. Is that what you
pussies.
said? You fucking
I mean, that was my cadence with
pussies.
them. That was my cadence.
Do you know how many times they must get that a day?
Probably all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I found one place that I was like, oh, this place, it's easy to get times. But then it was like a clay shooting club. But
that's still good, right?
But it's bring your own gun.
They provide the clay, just not the gun?
The facilities and everything, the clay.
Skeet shooting. That's what I'm
guess
thinking,
whatever the fuck they call it, yeah.
Huh.
So that's the difference between Austin and the rest of Texas.
Austin's
come down here 9
gay.
o'clock. Come down here 9 o'clock on Thursday. I'll hook you up. That's the rest of Texas. Austin's like, sorry, we need to we need to run your files.
I like how he treated you like a youth boxing coach.
What do you mean?
Like, hey, I want to get into boxing. You're like an enthusiastic 14-year-old, and he's like, oh, you want to be a boxer?
Oh,
show up here.
That's how they were, dude. When I went there, the dude was like, the one guy was like, so I heard you're from New York. And I was like, came in, and I was like, yeah, man. He's like, and the guy started like talking my ear off about it. He's like, everyone's got a bad rep with, they have a bad perception of guns and gun safety and all this shit. And he's going on and on and on about the guns. And I'm like, yeah, dude. And I kept being like, yeah, dude, I agree. I'm here. Like,
I'm on your side.
I'm here, dude. Like, I'm spending like $500 to shoot all kinds of ammo and shit.
Right.
Like,
that's how much it cost?
I went a little bananas.
Okay.
I went a little bananas.
When in Rome.
And the guy was like, also like they were doing the thing that like, firework places do, where like you buy like a certain amount, and they're like, if you buy like 100 more, you get like $300 more worth of shit for free, and you're like, fine, I'll buy the extra $100 of this shit.
Give me the machine gun, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, right? They're like, well, you got the handgun package. They're like, if you add the M9, you get like $800 worth of ammo with it. I'm like,
we'll just give you grenades.
Yeah.
You could just pull the pin and just see what happens.
Dude, it is fucking crazy though. I'll never forget that gun range I was in, dude. I've shot guns twice in my life before that, and I was like being
both Texas,
Florida before that.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to be like a pro. Like I'm like gun down, safety on, safety off. Like I'm even doing like
feet pivoted,
the clear marks. Yeah, like I'm trying to be like pro. Like I want to fucking nail this target, all this shit. And I don't want to fuck around with this weapon. It's a weapon, you know?
It's a legitimate weapon.
Yeah. But dude, like there was a couple times like where one of the guns like jammed, like, which like first I was like, oh my God, is this thing gonna blow up my hand? But the guy came up and like showed me how to do it. He's like, yeah, that happens sometimes. So like you just like do this thing, and by the end I was unjamming like if it ever happened.
And sometimes a gun knows if you're a Democrat, so it's just
it feels your pussy uncalloused hands. Yeah.
What, you sell copiers or something?
Toner boy. Yeah. By the way, we are out of toner. You know a guy? Yeah.
You don't happen to have a package for that? We'll trade you a gun for some Xerox. Bullshit.
Yeah, dude. But then there was this like dude next to me in like the lane next to me, and the motherfucker is like shooting his gun sideways. Like
which is frowned upon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, was he doing it cool?
He was with his girlfriend.
That's pretty cool.
But here's what's worse. The guy owned his own gun. He brought his own gun. He's shooting his own gun sideways. It's not like he's like
making him sound cooler.
It would seem like it shouldn't be the opposite. I'm the guy from out of town. I'm the guy from New York. I should be the one. Yeah. And this guy who lives in Texas and has a gun should be like the one who's like not fucking around with it.
Nah, dude, because a gun range in Texas is like the batting cages here. You're just going to have fun. It doesn't matter about form. We're having a time. Your dad's there. You know, you're going to have a hot dog after.
Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. If you're bad at batting practice, like, I don't know, like no one could get like too hurt. You have to like step into the balls to get hurt. This guy, the guy who worked at this place had to come, because it's like all like glassed off. There's like different sections. So the dude who worked there had to come around because the dude who was shooting sideways, they tell you not to hit the concrete. Like they want you to hit like, there's like parts where you can hit even if you miss, but then there's like parts where you really gotta be like pointing the gun like up. Right. To be like hitting the concrete, like the infrastructure of the building, and they don't want you doing that, obviously, because it's like
it's bullets,
right? And you're not, this guy's fucking holding it sideways, and he's like, do, like doing this shit, and now he's shooting the ceiling and stuff.
Yeah, you can't be shooting the ceiling.
It's like, dude, what are you doing, man?
Right. Don't look like an idiot if you're gonna shoot it sideways.
Yeah, you own this gun. He owns the gun.
You know, he was probably like, you know what I always wanted to do?
Shoot it sideways.
You ever see 50 Cent sideways?
Many men wish death upon me.
Right.
Yeah. This dude, what do you think this dude looked like? The dude with the gun with his girlfriend. Let's play this game. This will be a fun game. What do you think
I
this dude-
imagine he's a white guy dressed as 50 Cent in 2006.
Okay, not too far off. Mexican guy, real fat, with those like shorts that are so big they're almost pants, but they're so wide.
Yes.
You know?
Janko shorts.
Yeah, and he had like a
Yes.
chain on. You know, the gun was like a little flashy.
Big chain?
Not like too big, but like chain.
Okay.
You know?
His present.
Yeah. Oh, definitely present.
What was
and
his
out.
sunglass situation?
He had like a wrap thing on his head with the hat, and I think the glasses were either like over the head or like here or like.
Were they? I'm looking for.
Because everyone puts the goggles on, and the ear muffs.
Yep.
So he didn't have his like normal glasses on,
Okay.
but he's.
So staying true to his culture.
And the girlfriend counterpart looked exactly as you pictured her.
Right. Just a tattoo of like a snake on her back.
But like bad and like
Right.
not good.
It looked good when she got it, but still probably not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so exactly what I'm expecting. He lives in the park. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. He lives in the park.
He was in the park.
Yeah, there's probably a couple handguns in that park.
Yeah.
There's definitely a couple handguns in the park.
Now, did you get the tacos while you were down there?
Bro, honestly, I did no touristy shit while I was there. I literally went there. I bought groceries.
Groceries?
I ate out once. Bro, I was there to do fucking stand-up. I booked 7 shows before I got there, and then I ended up doing like 16 shows or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. I came in with that fucking hot New York energy. And
2-3 shows a night.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Far apart from each other? How's the logistics?
Everything's within 15 minutes.
It's not bad.
Everything's within 15
The
minutes.
Ubers there, the prices make no sense. Like, why would you even own a car? But to
think
take
it
a
adds
20-minute Uber, it's like $6. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, the cost of living there is cheaper, but people don't get paid as much there. I learned that.
Oh, yeah.
That's the trade-off.
Yeah, that's why people don't live in these places.
Well, they do now.
Kind of. Slightly more than they did previously.
Right. I think a lot of people that move there are like remote workers, so they're like not necessarily like working in the city. They're just
Right.
living in the city.
They're just chilling.
right.
I don't
Because it's
know.
like tech. It's tech people.
Could you live there?
I mean, bro, I could live anywhere. The stand-up scene would help. I mean, at a certain, it did make me realize that like I'm probably only living in New York because of stand-up also. So it's kind of like, okay, well then what's the trade-off? It's either like it's really hot, but like it is less stressful there, or like more
There-
expensive. You know what I mean? It's
There
just
is
trade-offs.
no grind there.
Yes, and
No
that's
one's
what I don't
grinding.
like about it. I was saying to my whatever, it doesn't matter. I was hanging with these comics. I was saying like I think the perfect combo is like build your act here in New York, get it all together, and then go down to Austin and fucking run it all down there.
Yeah.
And then you can like play with it more and stretch it out and like make it like, because the crowds there laugh. They want to laugh. They want to have a good time. And the bits that you're all like have your tail between your legs about up here, it's fucking game time down there.
Well, the thing is, down there, what is your live entertainment options? There's no professional
music.
sports teams, music, but even then, it's not really
It's
there
a lot of
anymore.
bars and restaurants. Bars and restaurants and people that are into like outdoor stuff.
Yes, but at night, you can't do the outdoorsy stuff that much. So if you find out that there's comedy around, why not go?
Oh, dude, I was talking to like these like comedy fans at like the one show, and they had like just moved there and they were at the show we were at, and they were like, this show was fucking amazing. I was like, if you guys are fans of comedy, this is the fucking city to fucking be in. It's like, it's so accessible. There's stand-up shows all over the fucking city.
Yeah, but there's by far more stand-up in New York.
Yes, but just because there's more doesn't mean it's better.
No, but you have to become better because your competition is Les Mis
Right, and
or the Yankees.
Right, and other things to do.
Right.
Right.
So that's why I think you have to be better at comedy in New York. Because if I want to actually get people, I got to be better than Book of Mormon.
Right. And that's why I say the combo is good. Because I think too much of this New York shit, you're never going to know.
If you kill yourself.
Yeah, you're never going to know. You're never going to think you're funny ever.
Right.
And if you do, it's like fewer and far between. Now, to your point, that's why it makes you a better, stronger comedian, I think. But if you just continue to do this and you never go on the road and see what a place like Austin's like, you'll, like you said, you'll fucking kill yourself.
Yeah.
Go down there and be like, hey, I'm not as bad as I thought I was. You go down there, our worst comedian is far better than their worst comedians.
Oh, right. I mean, listen, fucking, what's his name? Hans Kim. He was bullshit here.
And now he's opening for Rogan.
And now he takes private flights with Rogan. He used to host an open mic in the Lower East Side no one would go to. But that's what. You just live in your van until you're 37. You can make it too if you grind for 17 years and then the host of a big show says an Asian slur and then you happen to do the show the next time and then they kind of just keep bringing you back. You too can see success that way.
Yeah.
Well, because let's be honest, that's what happens.
That's how I'm trying to do it.
I know. That's why you keep saying more and more Asian slurs.
Right.
Yeah. It's not working yet. But how, 10,000 hours.
Yeah, dude. I honestly could have gotten away with saying Asian slurs on the stages there.
Oh, they probably would have give you a standing ovation.
Surprising amount, not surprised at how few black people and or black like comedy shows were there. I just always assumed Texas was like had lots of black people, but Austin it's like
I don't think Austin
wildly
does.
white.
Yeah. Houston, on the other hand, probably not.
Right. Like I was asking, I was like, oh, where are there must be like some wild like good black rooms down here, like good black like comedy shows. And there were people were like, none, dude.
This place is white as fuck. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got Tesla and fucking I'm trying to think of another white company.
I don't know. I mean, fucking Google, Amazon's there too. I mean, they're all there, I think.
Yeah, it's just a bunch. It's just
everyone from San Francisco moved down to there.
It's just warmer.
It's like a hotter LA without an ocean. And no Hollywood.
It's like Bushwick if you don't have a trust fund.
Yeah.
That's what Austin is.
Right.
It's for people whose parents gave them no money, and they're like, well, I guess I can't afford New York, so I'll go to Austin.
Right.
Same exact people, though.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Well, but that's like changing now though, because the whole thing used to be like, oh, keep Austin weird. That was like the saying.
Right.
But it's like because I think Austin used to probably be more of like a place, like a fun place, a kitschy kind of weird fun place to stop in for a few nights. If you're in Texas to visit, right. If you're an artist, it's a good place to be around other artists, and it's like a kind of a smaller, funky city.
Yeah.
But like now, Tex moved in. It's like keep Austin weird. Who gives a fuck? Where's your Bitcoin and shit? Like,
yeah.
Where's barbecue? Where's Bitcoin? And that whole like keep Austin weird thing. It's like it will always kind of like be there, but like I feel like it's being tech taken over. Like,
I'm with it. I mean, that's why I went for a tech conference. For a crypto conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really took it over.
Oh, yeah.
But the city really embraced it. I was like, oh, you guys really don't have much going on.
Right.
You're just letting us take the whole city
for
4 days.
Yeah. Yeah, and they'll do that shit that they do in Bushwick too, where they'll like, because graffiti was big in Brooklyn, but they'll do that thing where they just do, it's like Sprite, like does like a whole like wall.
Yeah, it's like all commercial.
Yeah, they're gonna do that shit where it's like it's street, but corporate.
Right, but also sponsored.
But also corporate, BLM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I wanted to do there, I wanted to see the University of Texas football stadium, which I got to do, and a high school football stadium, specifically Westlake. I saw it.
What are you, pedophile, dude? What are you doing that for?
No, dude. Texas high school. I tried to enroll in a high school there when I was there. I was like, hey, can I just enroll for like 3 days? I get a jersey. It's like when you retire, like when a professional football player retires, they sign up for a day with the team. I wanted to do that I just wanted to like train for 3 days with the high school Texas football team.
Really?
That's all I wanted to do. I was like, just let me put the pads on one more time. Just let me run onto the field. Can you make a banner for me and they'll just run
You
right
like make
through?
a wish, kid?
Yeah, but except I'm 28 and I'm perfectly healthy. I was like, I'll bring my own cleats. Just
Did
get
they
some shoulder pads.
they let you go to watch practice?
No, I wanted to be in the practice.
Yeah, I know, but if they didn't let you in the practice, would you watch practice?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm assuming they have some sort of indoor facility that's air conditioned and
Oh, I'm sure they have
They
like
got
a
a jumbotron.
top notch facility. Yeah.
yeah. I know. When I was driving by, I saw the Westlake High School and I was like, oh my god, that's Westlake. My coworker was like, how the fuck do you know this high school?
Because you're a
Like,
sports nerd.
Because Baker Mayfield and Drew Brees went here and they won state. Why don't you know that? All right.
If they didn't make a 30 for 30 for it, I didn't see. I don't know about it.
No, dude. Listen, it's not called Texas sometimes. It's not Texas occasionally. It's Texas forever.
What's that?
Friday Night Lights.
Oh.
Tim Riggins. Are you fucking serious? If I could have went to Permian High School from the actual Friday Night Lights movie, I would have went. But it's nowhere near Austin.
Wait, Friday Night Lights. That's not the one. Is that with Al Pacino?
No,
Yeah,
not
that's-
Any Given Sunday.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong one.
No, the movie is with not Billy Ray Cyrus. What's his name? He was married to Angelina Jolie.
Oh, Billy Bob Thornton.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He was in
They
it.
had the blood vials.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the couple. But then the TV series, Tim Riggins, Coach Taylor, Seven, Matt Saracen. What the hell are we talking about here, Metcalfe?
Bro, I'm so out of my depth right now.
Oh, we just stopped recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what the hell happened? Am I at capacity? I might have been at capacity.
At
Whatever.
capacity.
The phone's picking it up, probably not that well, but we'll end it here. Texas forever.
Texas forever. The Westford.
Westlake.
Westlake.
There you go.